Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a pretty detailed review of the Careem Food Delivery app. We're looking at its 2025 experience, mainly in the Middle East and specifically the UAE.
Right. And what we're really trying to do here is sift through it all and get to the honest appraisal. Find that balance between the convenience of having everything in one app and the reality of its technical performance and its pricing.
And that central conflict seems to be the integration itself, right? It
Goals.
lives inside the main Careem app, which on the surface sounds brilliant if you're already a user, no new downloads.
Exactly.
But the sources say this creates immediate friction. The word they used was cramped.
Cramped and just slow. The loading times are noticeably slower compared to standalone apps like Deliveroo or, a huge local player like Talabat.
So the convenience is kind of undermined from the very start.
Yeah, the interface just lags.
Okay, so we've got that performance friction, but what about the actual availability? I mean, how wide is the selection of restaurants?
It's a tale of two cities, literally. In the major hubs, think Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Riyadh. The mix is solid. You've got options. But the moment you move into a smaller city or even just a suburban area, the options, they just fall off a cliff.
And I read that even for listed restaurants, the menus are often incomplete in the app.
That's the other frustrating part, yeah. You find a place you like, and half the menu is missing.
So let's talk about the technical side, because this is where things get really interesting.
You mean the bugs?
I mean the bugs. While ordering is straightforward, the tracking system seems, well, fundamentally broken.
That's a good way to put it. The source was clear on that. It shows a lot of technical immaturity. We're talking about inaccurate driver locations, the status getting stuck on the way.
Even after the food is at your door.
Exactly, even after you've started eating.
And did that technical mess bleed into customer support? I saw one mention of a 30-minute wait for a refund request.
It did. That was presented as a symptom of the whole issue. Inconsistent response times just suggest the back end isn't really there to handle problems when they pop up.
Okay, but let's switch to what they do well. Speed.
Yes, to be fair, their speed is a major strength. Orders usually get there within 30 to 40 minutes, even during that busy evening rush.
And the food is typically warm, well-packed.
It is, but, and this is a big but, that efficiency has a price tag.
The pricing.
Yeah. They do have frequent promos, but the sources confirm the base delivery fees are just consistently higher than average.
And the surge pricing is basically a black box, isn't it? They called it opaque.
Totally. It's not explained, so you can get hit with these unexpected costs right at checkout.
And what about the loyalty program? That's the whole hook of the ecosystem, right? Combining points from rides and food.
It is, but the rewards are pretty underwhelming, according to the reviews.
They're not as good as the competition.
Not even close. When you compare it to dedicated programs like Zomato Pro or Deliveroo Plus, the value just isn't there. And then you have the ultimate moment of friction. One reviewer documented a complete payment failure that forced them to reorder the entire meal.
That's the worst case scenario right there.
Pretty much.
So let's pull this all together. What does this all mean for you, the person listening?
I think it boils down to this. Careem Food is a decent option if and only if you're already deeply integrated into their ride-hailing ecosystem.
And you really prioritize that one app convenience above everything else.
Exactly. But you have to accept that you're trading that for higher fees and some pretty serious technical bugs.
It's just not the most polished or reliable food delivery app out there. Not yet, anyway.
Not by a long shot. And this raises a much bigger question for me about all of these platforms.
Alan.
When you look at these super apps that bundle everything, rides, payments, food, are users really willing to sacrifice reliability and polish just for the sake of having one less icon on their phone?
That is the big question.
It's the calculation you have to make every time you choose an app for dinner.